Guys, it's Aubrey with Monthly Plans. I hope everybody is having a good day / week when you see this. The goal is for this to go out early Sunday. I know my last Sunday video was late, but life was lifing. As you can tell, this was last week's spread. It's not what I shared in my video for last Sunday, but I didn't even do my to-do, and I pretty much didn't plan after Thursday, just because I worked, and I didn't even get a chance to do the Sterling ink release on Friday. I was so busy, I didn't even look at it until Saturday, and I was like, oh no. Luckily I was able to get my order in. Let me know, like, what planner are y'all using this upcoming year? Like, have you chosen it, or are you just kind of like looking to see? I originally thought that I was going to do the Sterling ink full year, so this bad boy is the compact, and look how chunky. But I was like, I wouldn't mind trying the all-in-one system again, to where I just have like 368 pages, I think is what the Sterling ink comment planner has for the full year. I wouldn't mind like having that to where I can literally just throw everything in it, what I'm reading, politics, news, all of it, just put it in there, versus having multiple journals. My faith journal, I am contemplating, but I'm not fully sold on that for the faith journal, but very tempted. I even have tried doing some of that in this. It's just such limited space. Like, I think I have, for right now, what I have in this is like 38 more slots for me to do daily journaling, 38 or 68, something like that, and which is just not enough. So I did get the Sterling ink full year for this next year, 2026, and I got it in the color that I wanted. It was that cranberry mulberry looking color. I'm super excited. And then I did wind up getting the Into, right? Is it the Into or is it the N1? Yeah, I got the Into compact again, and I think I got it in the same like gray color, just because I really didn't like the color choices that it came in. Like, the pink didn't sing to me, the blue didn't, and so I do think I went back to the tweed. I had originally really thought that I was going to do a Hobonichi Weeks versus the Sterling ink N2, but as it turned out, the N2 from Sterling ink wound up being cheaper than the Hobonichi Weeks, and so that's why I went with the N2. I don't necessarily like one over the other too terribly much. There are aspects of both that I would miss no matter which one I got, and so I decided that the tiebreaker was going to be price, and I think the Hobonichi Weeks I wanted was like $40, and the Sterling ink N2 was like 36 or 38, and so I went with the N2. Anyway, so that's probably not what y'all are here for, or maybe it is. Let me know in the comments what you plan to have this next year, if you know yet. But what you're probably really here for is, what am I gonna do for this week? And I actually, over the weekend, got a Happy Mail. I got some Happy Mail, y'all. And it's been Happy Mail that I ordered back in June. So it's pretty much all my fault, really, when I think about it. I did not read the fine print on the Etsy shop. She was very upfront about the fact that, hey, it takes me like 8 weeks to process orders, and then silly me, like 8 weeks doesn't always translate into, oh my gosh, 2 months before it gets, sent out. And obviously she's upfront. She had some health things going on and stuff, but it took like 3 months for me to get some stickers that I ordered back in June. But the good news is that they are gorgeous, and so I want to use them because I rarely do buy like sticker kits to put in my planner, just because I have so much, and so I can usually like piece stuff together. Last week was pretty cutesy, but yeah, usually I'm just piecing stuff together from the various stickers that I have and washi tapes. But this week we're gonna use this sticker kit, and it is a sticker kit from Simply Smith Stickers. She's very nice and everything, and like I said, very upfront about like her being slow to process orders and ship them out and why. And she does have pretty stickers, so just beware, you know, again, 8 weeks processing time, stuff like that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and put this down because I'm kind of excited because I think it's very pretty. I feel like this is basically the last like little bit or last like few weeks or even days that you can like you know, in good conscience put something that's other than fall colors. And don't get me wrong, I'm super stoked about it being fall. And I also talked myself into using this kit. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work. We'll figure it out. Anyway, but what can I do here? You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna tear my paper first, and then I'm gonna move them up and over. It didn't work. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I talked myself into using this kit because when I was excited, I just got it. You know, it's a like, what is that, new biased? Or what do they call it? Goodness, I can't remember. I'm blanking. Anyway, but yeah, I wanted to use my new stickers, dang it. And so I am. So, anyway, but I talked myself into it because I was like, look, there's a pumpkin. It must be fall, right? And so that's my reasoning behind using the bright pink kit this week. Not that I needed a reason because it's my planner, but somehow on some level it made me feel better. So anywho, but how do you feel like as far as like using, you know, sticker kits that maybe like might not be in season? Like, do you care, or are you very strict with yourself, like, no, it's October, it has to be all Halloween kits and stuff like that? I'd be very interested to know. Additionally, I really feel like this is not a Hobonichi kit, but it doesn't say what kit it is, so we are working with that as well. Another thing that I kind of appreciate is that she gives you extra, so I've got another like thing from her, right? More fall colors. But, you know, this right here is another washi tape strip, and it comes on that edge, and so I appreciate that about her sticker kits, because then I can just use it to cover things up. And then, boop. So, is this gonna fit? Oh no. We got it. Oh, barely. Is that going to bother me? No. Is it going to? We'll find out. If it bothers me at the end, then we'll figure things out. But anyway, I did think that I had ordered the Hobonichi cousin kit, but I really kind of wonder, just because of the sizing of the stickers, if it was not actually a Hobonichi kit. But we're still gonna make it work because I spent good money on it. Anyway, let's see. But see, these fit really well. So I don't know. Maybe it is a Hobonichi. I don't know. I don't know. I always have the worst time placing stickers, and the bad part is I don't even think I'm in. Am I in the screen? Oh, I am. Good deal. I'm really bad about not being in frame. Okay. And now, so it also, one thing that makes me wonder if it's actually a Hobonichi kit is that this is definitely not Hobonichi size, but it actually works out for me this time because I don't have anything planned except studying on Saturday and Sunday. So I don't even mind that does its thing down here. Though looking at it, I will say it looks a little off, just between the roses and stuff, because this doesn't have roses. This has, it looks like peonies and then fall leaves with a pumpkin. I don't know. But again, we're gonna roll with it because the hues match. Let's see. Oh, I need to do my dates since I covered them up, which I don't usually do the date or whatever on these, but we're gonna go ahead. Why not? 10, okay, so all the way to the 14th. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull all of these off. Okay, and then the last one, Sunday the 14th. It looks a little naked, but I think it'll be okay. I doubt future me will even hardly notice. So here, and then the 11th. Okay. And do I want a weekend banner? I might do like a, I don't know, I'll wait on that. I'm indecisive, honestly. All right, so, and then also it looks like, do these come up? No, that doesn't come up. That's very unfortunate. I could just, is that going to bother me? Because those don't go with anything else. I'll probably save those because I think even I might not want to do that. Okay, and then here we go. All right, so, I mean, I got a ton of other things. Like, I got these scripts and stuff, mainly for my other planner. And then this is Planner Kate. I've had this for a few years. But then I got coffee and food icons and studying icons, doctor, knitting, because, you know, I've been a huge fan of that, nap time, and then also cute little lawnmowers. So I got several things from her shop. What I do when I buy like kits and stuff like that from small shops is I pretty much take my points from my credit cards that I earn, and it takes me a long time to get enough to where it's worth like putting in an order. But I'll take those points, and that's kind of like my fun planner money when it comes to stickers and stuff. That's kind of what I've been doing the majority of this year, and I found that it actually works very well for me. So now I need to dig into my stash a little bit. So let's see. I want an important, oh, ask and you shall receive. So I want an important sticker, but I think that I want the important sticker in a different color box. So hopefully I can pull this. I'm scared. Okay, we did it. And then I'm going to put this pink box instead. Oh, it came off with a heart. Okay. And then the pink box here. And then we're going to put this important. And this important script is from a different creator. I think it's, ooh, dang. I can't remember the name of the shop off the top of my head. Like maybe Brittany Nicole Designs. Anyway, but yeah, so put that there. And I think I am going to, I'll just use the hearts here as bullet points. So there. I don't really have a ton going on this week other than school, thankfully, because last week was hellacious, but we made it through. So this week I don't have a football game to cover, and I don't have a tennis tournament to cover, and I am just fine with that. I definitely want like a rest, for sure. So, I do know that on Friday evening, we will be going out dancing, which is exciting. And then I want to use pink. And of course it's rubbed off. But I'm using this pink Tombow to mark in my calls with my mom. So there, but then I will have to call her a little bit early because we will be going out dancing on Friday. What else? So a big thing that I want to make sure I don't forget is that I will be going into work early on Tuesday. I'll get there about 6:15 and I'll work until about 9:15. So I'll do about 3 hours before I go to class. Oh, that's not straight, but we're going to pretend like it is. So here's this. Okay, and then now we're going to fill in what I know about this week, because that's something I'm trying to get better at, is doing more of a future planning. That way, like, I don't miss half a week in my planner. So I am doing that, or trying to. How have I marked in school in the last? I really like that. I am going to go with, I'm going to look into my mini stickers. So, nope. Oh, I did run today, so I'm going to use the cutesy stickers. Oh, these might work. Let's see. I use those. Might use that. Maybe. I might use these for my school to mark in, like, when I'm in school, just because I don't want to overload. Or, I picked it up again. Or I could use the hearts, or even these, but I don't have 4 of a kind, so it'd be the hearts. Okay, so I have chemistry, which was today, and it was 9:30 to 10:25, which that actually fits really well. And then tomorrow, because my classes don't change, I'm going to have chemistry, and then biology is going to follow it, which I'll do this little orange heart, because bio is going to be at 11, and then tomorrow's the long day. So I'm also going to have my biology lab from 2 to 4:50. It's cruel and unusual punishment, but that's what I gotta do. And then I'm also going to have chemistry again on Wednesday, because unfortunately it's 4 days a week. And then chemistry again. And then over here I will have biology again. So go ahead and mark that in like that. So hearts all around. I don't actually love school that much. It just worked out. And I really don't like, I want to use these sparingly. So I'm going to just set those to the side. All right, so back to today. So I actually slept in a little bit today. It was nice. Had some coffee with Kelv. So let me get those. And I did take a nap today. I do plan on doing a little bit of knitting. I am going to do some studying. I mean, who really needs to eat? So I had some coffee with the hubs until he rudely had to leave for work. Or, well, not work, but class. It was awful. I did also take a nap, but I didn't even really fall asleep. It was like one of those, I kind of sort of dozed. But that was around that one. I just kind of, yeah, didn't actually nap. I am also filming, so I filmed 2 things today. This setup, and then also flip through of my bullet journal. So I'm going to do that. And then I've got studying to do. And I don't want to miss that. That would be a shame. So I'm going to do that. And that's pretty much going to be my day. Usually. Oh, I worked out today. Let me just go ahead. Guys, I am proud of my life decisions today because I worked out. I ran 1 mile, and I know some of you are probably thinking, huh, oh, that's cute. Yeah, I get it, but I ran 1 mile today, guys, and I'm super happy that I did. Because I haven't ran 1 mile in several months. I was slow as Christmas, but I did it, by golly. And then I am planning on knitting a little bit this evening if I have time. But yeah, that was pretty much what I did for the day. So yeah, that is a lot of, I think I want to put maybe this Tombow, because that's a lot of like blurple going on. So let me just liven it up a little bit with some highlights maybe, because yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so coffee with KB, because that's important. And we do love that. That's the best part of the day. And then I did have chemistry, which surprisingly, I thought biology was going to be my favorite. Chemistry is hands down my favorite. Okay, ran 1 mile. Yay! And then I did do a little bit of napping, but it was really more resting. And then I did film my bullet journal flip through, which will go up on Wednesday. And then I am filming this setup now, or also known as the plan with me. So I'll go ahead and knock that out. And then I do study, sadly. So I will do about 3 hours of studying today. So what, 5 to 8? So, well, probably right before 8 if we're being honest. So let's see how straight of a line. Pretty straight. And then I do plan to knit tonight, but I also have to get up super early. So this may not happen. If it doesn't, I'll just move it. But yeah, that is what I did for today. And then I will be at the athletic training room for work tomorrow bright and early at 6:15 to cover practice. And then I know also I will have chemistry, and then biology, and then biology lab. And then I'll go ahead and fill it in, why not? So, and then starting Wednesday, so I didn't work any today, and I won't work any tomorrow, but Wednesday to Friday, I'll be working. Well, okay, that's a lie. I'll work a little bit tomorrow. So, but these are my set in stone plans. And then we got scooters. I will say this paper for these stickers holds fountain pen ink wonderfully. Yay. Okay, so that is what I have for right now. I will see you tomorrow when I fill in this. So see you then. Hey guys, it is, time to shake the table, but also it is Tuesday, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark in what I did today because it's 8:52. So we're gonna start off with me getting my handy dandy Majon A1. I always forget, but this is the A1 in matte black. It's got a extra fine point because as far as I know, that's the only point that Mahjong has. So I did do chemistry, I did do bio, but I also worked out again today. But I only walked, and truthfully, like, I did walking and knitting, which I get it. It's probably not the smartest thing, but I did it anyway. And dare I say, I'm actually pretty not that bad at it. And after saying that, I'm absolutely going to fall on the treadmill the next time I'm knitting and walking on it. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a little knitting icon from Simply Smith stickers, maybe, there we go, right here. And I'm gonna put knit and walk. I actually do this at the school gym. I'm low-key waiting for some of the staff to like come up to me and say, hey, you can't do that, but it hasn't happened yet, so I'm just waiting for that to happen. And then of course I will, you know, stop doing it. But as of right now, nothing has been said to me about it. And then I was in bio lab. I went, what did I do? Yeah, afterwards I just kind of came home and I've been relaxing, watching some YouTube. It's been kind of a cozy knitting evening, and I'm keeping it that way. I did a little bit of studying in between and during my bio class, and so I don't really feel the need to like study this evening, especially with it being a long day. So since I've already studied and everything, I have no shame in saying that I've literally just knit all of this time till almost 9, because I also I tend to knit when I'm on the phone with my mom, so I knit almost 3 hours today, 2.5, 3, something like that. So it's been nice. And then now I am looking, and I found it. Gonna pull out my tiny icons to put in that I am recording. So I am recording this video. And that's it. I am a little tired because I got up earlier than usual. But I'm probably going to wind up staying up until around 11. So I'll probably get a little bit more knitting in. But other than that, like, I've got nothing to add for today. It was a pretty good day. Let's see. Important-wise, because I realize, I'm going to put this down as like a little blot paper. We actually had to get a gate custom made for our fence, not because we're bougie, but because our welder that we paid quite a bit of money a little over a year ago to put in the H braces shorted us about 3 inches from having like a 16-foot gap for a 16-foot gate. And so we had to go get special order a 15-foot 9-inch gate to be able to hang it in that gap. So we will be picking up the gate, but that'll be on Friday at some point. So I did want to put that in. Also, I want to put in my biology professor added an assignment that'll be due on Sunday. So that's my biology assignment number 2. And then also I need to complete, which I've already started it as of today, but my biology professor also posted our review for, and I can't remember how to spell it. Hopefully that's right. For our exam, which is next Tuesday. So I want to put that in. But other than that, this is pretty much what I have going on. Things that I might actually add are habits, but that'll be tomorrow's problem because I'm tired and I want to do my journaling and then do whatever I'm going to do after this video. So I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's me again. It is Wednesday. I am tired. I actually got like over 14,000 steps in today. So yeah, it's later in the evening. I have yet to meet my goal of like actually pre-planning partway through the day, but it is what it is. Anywho, so this morning I got to have coffee with the Hubs, which is always a sweet treat. So I'm going to, I really am liking these stickers. I wish that I could find some stickers where there's a ton of them on the page though, where it's the actual like coffee mug, you know, like with a handle like, oh, of course it's not going to be on this tape. But anyway, you know what I mean, like with a handle, because honestly, I like those and those match our morning coffee a lot better, but I will take what I can get. And then I also was not prepared. There it is. Okay. So, had coffee with KB. It was definitely a pretty crazy day today. News has been going crazy, and I mean, yeah, just lots of violence. So, but anyway, hopefully things will look up a little bit, and yeah, goodness gracious. Anyway, so did coffee, and then I went to class, which I did that wrong. I wrote bio in on the wrong one, so let me just pull it off. There we go. So we'll just do that. And I have my bio there. So chemistry, it's done by like 10:25. I have chemistry Monday through Thursday, but I don't have biology except for on Tuesday and Thursday, so that's always nice. I did go, what did I do? I worked out, so I did run a mile today. I ran it a little bit faster than this day. Just a little bit though. Let's not get too terribly, you know, carried away on that. And then I'm just gonna put, to cover that biology up, and I ran 1 mile. So I am trying to up my mileage a little bit, but I literally started this week, so it's gonna be a while. Afterwards, I did hang out with KB for a little bit, so I'm going to do just this little sticker here. We didn't do coffee, but I don't really have any like eating, like small eating deals, so, but we did have lunch, and I'm actually going to use my Fudenosuke. And then I'm just going to put a small with KB. All right, and then I went to work. So yeah, I had work, and work wasn't too bad. It was, you know, work. I had quite a few patients, which is nice. I do like patient care quite a bit. For those of you who don't know, I am an athletic trainer. I do work at the college that I am currently attending. I'm getting prerequisites to go back to school for physician assistant. But since I already have one certification, I am using it. And I do love being an athletic trainer and just being able to help people. So it's always nice. And I was just at the ATR, which stands for Athletic Training Room. And then afterwards, actually, and this is why I got a ton of steps in. I actually met a friend and we went for a walk. So I'm going to mark that in here. And I met her at 6. So I think I actually worked until 5:30. But yeah, and me and my friend went for a little walk. We used to do it a little bit more often, but she's had some health stuff, and so it just hasn't worked out. So. Okay, and then after that, I was exhausted and I came home, and that's what I've been doing. I had my talk with my mom. And honestly, I'm probably not too long for bed. Yeah, I'm not going to be too late. I did do a little bit of studying though, but it was at work. So let me go ahead and I'm going to use another one of these. I'm worried that it's just a little bit too much like purple, but I got a couple of hours of studying in. So let me mark that and I'll put that in. So I probably only got like 2 or 3 hours, because of course if you've ever been around an athletic training room, then you might know that like when you don't have patients, you don't really have anything crazy, to do. You don't have a lot to do, I mean. So yeah, but overall, I mean, my day was not bad, but like I said, there's lots of violence in the news, which is always sad. Always sad. But anyway, hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more bright and cheery. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Thursday. I had to think about that. Oh, goodness. I am feeling, Anyway, a little bit better than last night, but yeah, today's a heavy day, just, the school shooting and just everything. Anyway, yeah, so this morning, let's see, I did coffee again, with the hubs, which is always good. We have our best conversations over morning coffee, specifically morning coffee on our porch. And it's something that I feel like I definitely needed today, and so I'm very blessed that God gave that to us. So we had coffee, and it was actually funny. Our neighbors were out walking earlier, and so of course our girls were like, people! And they rushed towards our neighbors nicely. They're nice girls. But anyway, so that was a pretty fun interaction, I guess. I, unfortunately, am probably one of the most awkward people that anybody will ever meet. But yeah, it was a good little interaction this morning. And then of course I had chemistry and bio. I did go to work, but only for an hour because I was talking with my boss, and she was like, I've been working 11 days straight. And I was like, bro, why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why don't you pick a day, either Friday or Saturday, and I'll just go home right now, today, Thursday, and then I'll either cover for you Friday or Saturday. Take a day off, take care of yourself. And it didn't take much convincing, and I'm actually, because I wasn't there that long, so I'm gonna do this. But it didn't take much convincing to get her to be like, oh, all right, fine. And so I just did like an hour of work today. I saw one patient before, you know, me and my boss had that discussion. And so instead of me doing like 3 hours today and then 4.5 tomorrow, I'm just going to do a full day of work on Saturday. She's going to get the day off that she needs and deserves as an individual. And I'm going to make my hours up and get Friday off. So I can't complain about that by any stretch. And then I've come home and truthfully, I've been doom scrolling, and which is not healthy. So I decided to come in and go ahead and actually do what I've been wanting to do. It's 3:20 right now, but do some future planning. That way I can get that out of the way. I'm going to do this video, so let me bloop. So I am videoing currently. What is it? It's 3. So I doom scrolled for a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, doing the plan with me, which is what I'm doing right now. And then my plan, because I actually have my first exam on Tuesday. I have it on Tuesday. I am going to, I'm going to study all evening. I think that my whole, everything, I don't need to be idle right now. Yeah, I don't need to be idle. And so studying it is, and it'll probably wind up being productive for me. Anyway, so let's see. And I'm going to plan to study at least until 8. I may study a little bit longer, but my goal will be, it is almost 4. So my goal will be to do about 3.5 to 4 hours worth of studying. So, I'm going to focus specifically on bio. I've still got my bio review that I need to finish up. And then I also, have a biology assignment that I need to do as well. So I will do that. And that's pretty much my plan. After 8 p.m. for sure, I am going to just not do anything except for I'll probably either cast on a new project for knitting, or I will, which I'll still this here because I wound up not being able to knit this night, but I will either cast on a new project, or because I just got some yarn for my husband's to make him some socks, or I'll just work on one of my 2 existing ones. So we'll see. But that's going to be my plan for me this evening. And then tomorrow, since I have kind of an unexpected day off, I'm going to do that. Also, work-wise, since I already... Oh, here it is. Since I know that, you know, I've got work this weekend, I am going to mark that in because I'll actually be working probably, yeah, so much for that, right? But probably until about 8, and I'm actually gonna put this here. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? So about till 8. So it'll be about a 9-hour day for me on Saturday, which is not the end of the world for me, especially coming off of a day off. So, and I'm really happy that it works out that I can do that to where my colleague, she's my supervisor, actually gets to take care of herself this day, because I think that's important, regardless of what job you're in or anything else. Like, we need to take care of each other. So anyway, yeah, so that is for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, it is Friday. We just got back from getting a trailer, a U-Haul trailer, to get our custom built gate back home. So I'm gonna mark that in. We did that Yeah, let me just, I don't know why I've reverted back to using my hands for these smaller stickers when the tweezers are much easier for me, but we did. So we picked up our gate, Kelvin got it unloaded, and now we are back home. We don't have to go anywhere until about 6 p.m. so this is a little bit up, but that's okay. So picked up the gate, it's just now about 10, so it's about a 2-hour adventure. Not bad. And now, not to be redundant, but, and I'm actually gonna use different sticker, but now it's just gonna be studying. I've got an exam, and it's my very first exam on Tuesday, so going to probably do this little thinking one. I love these washi tape stickers from the Coffee Monster Co. Especially these are the thinking for the 2025 Q1, I guess. But she made it into, of course, a full blown picture, right? But I just think these are so cute, and I love using them to mark in when I'm studying. So yeah, so gonna do this until, honestly, probably until about 4, but since, you know, past me was a little bit extra and had gone ahead and marked all of that in, I'm just gonna leave it as is because I don't feel like changing it. And we're gonna study bio. I still have to do finish my review. And then also I still have an assignment to do. Last night I was going to study for several hours, and I did do a little bit of studying, but honestly my brain and attitude was not in the best place, and so I wound up like not being very focused last night. So and then since it's Friday and I'm planning on a relatively busy weekend, I'm gonna go ahead and mark in for Saturday and Sunday and finish this off because, like, why not? So tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm probably gonna make a goal. So I have to be there at 11:15 for the softball game. So 11:15, which means that I'll need to start either getting ready, probably, but no later than 10, so that I can leave at 10:30, 10:45. So that means this will probably be my complete day off. So my goal is to just completely have the day off. So I'm going to relax a little bit this morning. So let's see. Let's mark in. Relax. Probably going to have some coffee. And this is the mild liner blue. I think it's just blue. So gonna relax. I might do a little bit of knitting, and then the rest of the day is just gonna be work. When it comes to Sunday, I know that we will be going to church. We are volunteering, so we'll be at church in person. Afterwards, we tend to go shopping, so I am going to look through all of these. All right, so I am going to just use these. I love these little mini icons. I wouldn't mind getting more. However, I Honestly, I just haven't. I should, but I haven't. And shopping's probably going to take us a couple of hours, so we probably won't finish shopping until about 1:30, 2 o'clock, because we don't just shop. We also grab a quick bite, usually at the Sam's Club. And yeah, so we'll be doing groceries. And then the rest, well, I forgot an O, but we're just going to leave it. And then the rest of the day, truthfully, we're going to be studying. Both of us have, both of us have exams, this coming week. So, we're probably going to study the rest of the night. It's going to be a pretty boring weekend of just like studying and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you like this different format. I know that I find that it's easier, at least for me, to just like talk as I do this, so that like I can just compile the videos from each day and then I don't have to do a voiceover or anything. But let me know if you like this format or if you prefer the voiceover. Yeah, I hope that this week was a good week for you as an individual, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!